Even so, Father, for it shall be seen good in thy sight. All things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son is, but the Father, and who the Father is but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him, man. Okay? 3 verse 23, so good. And he said unto him, unto his disciples, and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things that he sees. So we're blessed, man. Like that sister said, everybody she knows is just goes to darkness. Yeah, that's the time period we in. Alright? The earth is being ruled. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Alright, that's why people don't know nothing, man. See? He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. If not, where and who is he? If he's not the wicked, then who's the wicked then, man? See? But the Lord said what? Let's read it again. And he's turned, blessed are the eyes which see the things that he sees. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which he see, and have not seen them, and to hear these things which he hear, and have heard them. Yeah, man, because why? Everybody was waiting for the coming of the Messiah, man. You see? He was prophesied to come, and he came. And he unsealed the book, man. Okay? And like the Apostle Tahar always say, Apostle Elder Tahar, you know, we're in a blessed position because we know more than them. We know more than the ancient prophets and the apostles because we're in the fulfillment era. We actually see the prophecies playing out. We know what St. John the Revelator was talking about, man. We know what Ezra was describing when he talked about arrows traveling to the ends of the world and consume the world with fire, man. Okay? Which are those missiles, man. World War III. Race riots. Okay? You see what Ezekiel saw when he looked into the valley of the dry bones. Israelites in a dead state. But now we coming out of the dust, man. Okay? And like the Lord said, nothing shall by any means hurt you. Right? Unless your father gets to go ahead. See? All glory to Yahawashi now shot. Get that demonic nigga out of here, man. Right? You gotta believe on that name, man. John 16, verse 24. John chapter 16, verse 24. Hitherto have ye asked nothing in my name. Ask, and ye shall receive, that your joy may be full. And don't ask the Lord for dumb things, man. Alright? Ask the Lord for spiritual things. Before you, the Lord, to ask for anything, let me get the book of James. James chapter 1. Before you pray, spiritually and mentally, you got to get yourself right, man. You have to get yourself right. You can't doubt when you pray. James chapter 1, verse, let me see. Start verse 5. James chapter 1, verse 5. 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You got to be patient. You have to be willing to suffer, man. That's what the Lord is saying. Verse 4. But let patience have not perfect work, that he may be perfect, entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to you. Yeah, so whatever you go to the most, whatever problem you have, or whatever you lack in the spirit, go to the Most High, man. Alright? You gotta pray, you gotta earnestly ask or request. Verse 6. This is the point. But let him act in faith. Alright? You gotta believe, man. The Lord is not dealing with the unbelief, man. Alright? This whole thing is about faith now, man. Because technically we don't got the genealogy to tell what tribe we go back to. This whole thing is based off faith, man. You're praying to a higher power that you can't see. Okay, that's faith in itself. Alright? Anyway, it says, but let him act in faith, nothing wavering. But he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. That's what it says. Don't be children tossed to and fro, carried away by every wind of doctrine, man. Ephesians 4:14. But let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord, man. If you doubt, then the Lord can't work for you, man. Okay, which you are gonna doubt sometimes because you're in the flesh. It happens, man. See? But we all gotta what? Perfect our faith. And through that faith, we're gonna do miracles, man. Through the power of Yahawashi. We're doing it on small levels right now. You know, rebuking these demons. You know, doing this work. But soon, it's gonna magnify, man. Okay? The Lord is about to do great things on earth. When you read the book of Sirach, the 36th chapter, man. The Scripture says he's gonna do new wonders. Alright? You wait and see how this thing play out, man. It says, let me get this. Verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. So you can't be double-minded. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get Mark chapter 9. Drinks of water. Oh, is it on the right setting or? Slovakia, man. Let me get Mark chapter 9. Let me get this good. This is a good scripture right here too. Mark chapter 9, verse 18. And whosoever taketh you, no, verse 17. And one of the multitude answered and said, Master, I have brought unto thee my son, which hath a dumb spirit. Right? His son was a spiritual retard, basically. And whatsoever he taketh him, he teareth him, and he foameth, and gnasheth with his teeth. And findeth the way, and it spake to thy disciples, and they should cast him out, and they could not. This guy had a rank 8 demon on his son, man. And he answered him and said, O faithless generation. This is the Lord, that got the Lord extremely upset, man. Was Israel's lack of faith, man. He answered and said, O faithless generation, how long shall I be with you? Because he knew he had to go back to the promised land, man. I mean, you guys got to get it right, man. Alright? You guys got to graduate. How long shall I suffer you? Bring him unto me. Bring him unto me. And he answered him and said unto him, verse 20, and they brought him unto him. And when he saw him, straightway the spirit tear him, and he fell on the ground and wallowed foam. Wow, so he had a crazy demon on him. And he said his father, how long ago since it came unto him? And he said, of a child. So he was always battling this demon. The point is coming up. And oft times they have cast him into the fire and into the waters to destroy him. And this is what he said. If thou can do anything, have compassion on us and help us. Alright? What did Yahawashi say? This is the point I want to bring out. Yahawashi said unto him, if thou can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth, man. Okay? We gonna see that, man. We gonna see that real soon, man. Most High raise up his men, and you're going to see that play out, man. Okay, our thoughts are going to be reality, man. That's the hunting season. Verse 24. And straightway the father of the child cried out. This is an actual prayer. And said with tears, Lord, I believe. Help thou my unbelief. Okay? Help me believe, man. Okay? Meaning what? He lacked faith, man. So he said, listen, strengthen my unbelief, man. Okay? Okay, that's a beautiful thing. And the Most High may give you more faith by putting you through certain trials, man. And yeah, it sucks, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you draw nigh to him. That's the only way. Alright? The more you stray away from the world, the closer you get to the Creator, man. Let's read on. It says, when Yahawashi saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul spirit, saying unto him, Thou dumb and deaf spirit, I charge thee. So he didn't ask the spirit. He said, I charge thee, come out of him, and enter no more into him. And the spirit cried and rent him sore, and came out of him. And he was as one dead, insomuch that many said, He is dead. But Yahawashi took him by the hand and lifted him up, and he arose. Alright? And that's how Yahawashi was started getting famous as well, man. Was through these acts, man. These miraculous works, man. You see? And what was the key ingredient to doing all those acts? Was faith, man. Faith, man. Right? Oh, glory to the Most High, man. It's through faith, man. If I get another precept. Again, Luke the 8th chapter. Let's get into some more works of faith. It's not what I wanted to go into, but hey, let's go into it. Luke chapter 8, verse. Let's see. It says, and it came to pass that when Yahawashi returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And this is going to happen again, man. That's what the scripture says, Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. And he fell down at Yahawashi's feet and besought him that he will come into his house. It's weed, fucking weed, man. Let me read verse 22. For he had one only daughter about 12 years of age, and she lay a dying. But as he went out to the people, thronged him, and a woman having issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any. Yeah, man. You see? We read on though. Let's see who could heal her though. Came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stanched. Okay, so she was healed right there and then, just by touching the border of his garment, man. And literally, that's what women gonna be doing in these last days, man. Okay, pulling on the border of your garment, man, because that's the only way they're gonna get out of here. And the vast majority are gonna get rejected because of most of you just haunting, right? And you're just wicked, man. Let me read on. It says, let's go on. It says, let's see how Yahawashi said. And Yahawashi said, Who touched me? And when all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude thronged thee and pressed thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me? Like there's mad people around. You gonna ask who touched me? And Yahawashi said, somebody have touched me, for I perceived that virtue was gone out of me, as that woman was unclean. And when the woman saw she was not hid, she came trembling. And this woman spent all her living on physicians, man. That's the beautiful thing about this story, man. And these same people are on the planet Earth today again. And she gonna be saved, right? Because she believed, man. That's the point, man. You see? That's how much faith this woman had. She believed just by touching the Mashiach, she will be healed, man. That's tremendous faith right there. Right? That's the type of faith that we all gotta have. It says, and falling down before him, she declared unto him before all the people for what cause she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said unto her, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace, man. Okay? Thy faith hath made thee whole, man. So yes, we're faith-based Israelites. This whole walk is based on faith. Who says we walk by faith and not by sight? The just shall live by faith. See? Putting in this work, man. We read on down. This whole chapter is good. While he yet spake, they cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue house, saying to him, thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master. But when Yahawashi heard it, he answered him, saying, fear not. This is what he said. Fear not. Believe only, and she shall be made whole, man. See, but to a faithless nigga, that just went way over his head, man. That's the key to all these miracles was faith, man, believing. And when he came into the house, he suffered no man to go in, save Peter, James, and John, the top three. And the father and the mother of the maiden. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, weep not, she is not dead, but sleeping. And they laughed him to scorn, knowing that she was dead. So they were mocking him. And he put them all out. He threw them out, man. And took her by the hand and called, saying, Maid, arise. And the spirit came again, and she arose straightway. And he commanded to give her meat. All right? Yahawashi was doing this all the time, man. See, these acts boost up your faith, man. These acts gonna happen again. The Lord said, fear not, only believe. Fear not, only believe, man. It goes out to all the Akim out there, man. We're going to do some miraculous things with the spirit of Yahawashi real soon. Everybody's going to know who the true men of the Lord are real soon, man. Let me see where we at. The weather wasn't good today, but we're going out. Fear not, only believe. This is what the disciple said. Here, Luke 17. So did some edifying today. Edified that brother. Edified a Native American sister. Elderly sister. So this word, man, is only for a small few. Luke 17:5. It says, this is a prayer right here, Luke 17:5. And the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. That's the actual prayer. So when you fast, these are the things that you got to ask for, man. It's more faith. Alright? Then the Most High give you a sound mind. Let me get that after. And the Lord said, Fear not, only believe. See? And a lot of times you have a lot of set topics you want to go into, but the Spirit move you, man. Okay? Scripture want me to go in on faith. See, but like I said, matter of fact, so what impresses the Most High is your faith, man. And them other idiots talking about it's all about the law. They're the most faithless dudes out there, man. That's why they don't teach prophecy. Because they don't truly believe. Oh yeah, so I wanted to get 2 Timothy. The scripture says this is what we need to have in these last days. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. It says, but the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. That's what you want to have in these last days. A sound mind, man. Because you're going to need it. Right? Netflix just came out with a show, I believe, called Black Summer, man. All these apocalyptic type dystopia shows and movies. Alright? They came out with Bird Box not too long ago. Okay, they're telling you, man. They're telling you what's coming, man. See? And you're going to have a sound mind. Because if you don't, and a sound mind means what? You have great faith. Okay? You know, the Lord going to take care of you in that time, man. Let me read the book of Matthew, the 8th chapter. I think this is about to. Matthew chapter 8. These are all great faith scriptures. Psalms chapter 8 verse Matthew 8 and 5. It says, when Yahawashi was entered into Capernaum, so you had a lot of rich Israelites, they came unto him a centurion beseeching him, begging him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home sick of palsy. Something wrong with his joints, he probably couldn't walk. Right? It says, grievously tormented. And Yahawashi said unto him, I will come and heal him. This is the point I wanted to get out. Right? Oh my gosh. What is this? Hold on 1 second. Anyway, let me get back. Read this. Read it again. No distractions. Let me read it. It says, let me read the top again. And when Yahawashi was entered into Capernaum, they came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, begging him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of the palsy. Alright, so this guy had palsy, man. Probably was paralyzed. It says, grievously tormented. And Yahawashi said unto him, I will come and heal him. This is the point. The centurion answered and said, my Bible is, man. My Bible ripped up. I don't even know what that scripture's saying.
Does the girl do that?
Let me read kicked off my phone. It's because we actually use the scriptures, man. Verse 8, and the centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof. This is the point. But speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed, man. That's faith right there, man. What did Yahawashi say? I'm going to read that again. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, and having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goeth, and to another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. When Yahawashi heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel, man. Okay? So Yahawashi marveled, man. Okay, he didn't have to see Yahawashi physically heal his servant of palsy. Speak the word only, man. Like that other woman who grabbed the Lord's garment and got healed, man. So this whole thing is what? Faith. Okay? That's why the scripture says, Hebrews 11 and 6. We're again crazy now, so I guess I'll close it out. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6. It says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. He that cometh to the Most High must believe. Hear that? Read it again. Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith it is impossible to please the Most High, to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe, man, that he is. Alright? He is to be, man, Yahawah, man. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him for all your time and energy. So if us brothers keep doing that, keep believing, keep praying, keep the commandments of best of our ability and endure, we're going to be rewarded, man. And we're going to be saved, Lord willing. Okay? Strive for the truth unto death, man. Right? Like the scripture says, you must believe. So that, say, giving all praise, Yahawashi Shah, with double honors and L's and GMS, honors and Akia. Peace and bless to you, brothers and sisters that listen, hope and relax, man. Keep believing, man. Alright? That of a safe shalom.